In this lesson, I want to start by giving you an overview of the different follow-up sequences that make up the six-figure funnel formula. Now you can see from our funnel formula map that there are 8 different sequences, 8 different email lists, email follow-up sequences that make up the entire follow-up campaign, if you will. And I'm going to walk you through each one of these. Now, don't get overwhelmed. Most of these are mini sequences that consist of 2 to 3 different emails. And I'm going to cover those different emails with you later in this module. Let's go through each one of these follow-up sequences one at a time, and I'll explain to you what each one does, the strategy behind it, the purpose, and where it fits into the overall funnel. So the first list number 1, is what we call the prospect follow-up sequence. And as you're going to learn in just a little bit, this is what we call list 0. Now, this is the autoresponder sequence in Aweber that gets triggered when a prospect opts in to the traffic captivation page and doesn't buy the customer captivation offer. And it's designed to stimulate purchase of the customer captivation offer. So, let's say an individual goes to your traffic captivation page, they enter their email, they press submit, they come to your customer captivation offer page, they watch your video, and they don't buy. Well, what happens is this follow-up sequence will follow up with them over 7 days, driving them back to the customer captivation offer page to watch the video, complete watching the video, and ultimately take action by buying your product. And again, I'm going to walk you through the different messaging, the sequence, the themes of each of the messages in this sequence later on in this module. The second follow-up sequence that we have is what's called list C. And it's called list C because it's your main customer thank you sequence. Now, this autoresponder sequence gets triggered when a prospect buys the customer captivation offer. So in other words, when an individual opts into your traffic captivation page, comes to your customer captivation offer, presses the add to cart button, completes the order form, and is now a customer. Well, this sequence is designed to motivate consumption of your product, to motivate the use of your product. If your product is an information product, it's to motivate them going through the information product and consuming the information. If it's a software product, it's designed to get them to use the software. And so it's designed to create engagement between your new customer and what it is that they just bought. The second thing that this sequence does, and you're going to learn about this later on, is that it drives new customers to a bonus webinar that they get as part of their customer captivation purchase. In other words, basically what happens is somebody buys the customer captivation offer, and in a short period of time, they get put into a webinar that offers bonus content. It's an extra unadvertised bonus, if you will. And at the end of that webinar, you have the ability to present a premium high-priced offer. So that's a part of the six-figure funnel formula that we haven't yet talked about. But so that's the second purpose of the main customer thank you sequence of list C. Now, the next list is list number 1. And don't be confused here. You can see that this is number 3 right here on this little map, on this little diagram, but this is what we call list number 1. And you'll see that as we go through the transaction maximization sequence all the way up to the bonus webinar, these now go in order: list 2, list 3, list 4, and list 5. And so this is the autoresponder that is triggered when a customer buys the customer captivation offer and quickly thanks them for their order. But then this is the sequence right here that is designed to get them to take advantage of the reverse add-on offer, right? The reverse upsell offer, if you will. And so the thing that I want you to understand is that what happens is that if they take advantage of the reverse add-on offer, they will not get this sequence, right? They're still in the thank you sequence, the main thank you sequence over here regardless, but they will not get this second chance sequence. See, the way this entire amplification autoresponder chain works, and you're going to learn this in detail later on in this module, is that it's triggered based on where a customer leaves off in the transaction maximization sequence. So if a customer takes the reverse add-on but doesn't take the soft offer add-on, then they go into this sequence automatically. They will not go into this sequence. So it's all triggered based on their behavior throughout their transaction maximization offers. But again, this is designed to give people a second chance on the reverse add-on offer. Now, the reverse add-on and second chance sequence is very similar in that it gets triggered when somebody buys or somebody takes advantage of the reverse add-on offer. It thanks them for that purchase, right? So it'll immediately send them a thank you email thanking them for that purchase and ultimately giving them access to that purchase. And then it's designed to give them 2 second chance opportunities to take advantage of the soft offer add-on. And the same thing with list number 3. The soft add-on sequence is designed to do the same thing. So if they take the soft offer, but they don't take the mid-tier offer, they're put into this sequence. They get a thank you for this. And what happens is they now get 2 second chances to take advantage of the mid-tier. Now, maybe you're wondering at this point, well, what happens if somebody takes the reverse add-on, but doesn't take the soft offer add-on? Are they going to still get a thank you? Well, the answer is yes, because this sequence is immediately triggered when somebody takes advantage of, let's say, this add-on. And so they'll immediately get the first email in this sequence, which is the thank you message. The second chance offers don't get sent out until the next day, over the next 2 days, which means that once they take this, the thank you email is immediately triggered, but then if they take this, they get removed from this sequence, so they won't get any of the second chance offers. They'll then get an immediate thank you about the soft offer and get the second chance opportunities for the mid-tier. But if they take the mid-tier, again, they won't, if they make it all the way through the transaction maximization sequence, what they'll get is they'll get a thank you with access details for each one of the add-on offers. They'll be put into the main customer follow-up sequence, and they'll get this is a second chance offer for the thank you gift page, the thank you gift offer over here. But if they made it all the way through and they took the thank you page gift offer, then what happens is they won't get any of these second chances because they already took advantage. And so that's how those different sequences work. I know I breezed through each of those different sequences. Now, the thank you email over here, list 4, list 5, is this autoresponder sequence is triggered when somebody takes advantage of your thank you page gift offer, and it's designed to thank the customer for their purchase and provide any kind of access details. And again, you're going to learn about this offer throughout the 6-figure funnel formula training program, but that is how that list works. And I'm going to show you in this module how to set each of these different sequences, each of these different lists up in Aweber. It's very easy. Now, the last sequence that we have is this sequence right over here. And this is what we call the premium offer thank you sequence. And so after an individual attends your bonus webinar and takes advantage of your premium offer, this autoresponder sequence gets triggered and it thanks them for taking advantage of your premium offer and gives them access to whatever it is that they purchased and motivates consumption. So you can see, just taking a look at the overall sequence of things going on here, that first and foremost, it all happens on autopilot for you inside of Aweber, and everything is triggered based on the behavior of the customer as they move through this different sequence. And it's all extremely dialed to reap maximum transaction value from every single customer that comes into your funnel. And again, you'll learn how to set this all up and the nuances and the messaging later on in this module.